everybody. Today we are talking Dior perfumes. So recently somebody asked me for some suggestions about which Dior perfume they should wear. And I thought to myself, what an incredibly complicated question, because not only does Dior have a ton of different fragrances, but fragrances are so personal. It's like, it's gonna mix with your skin chemistry and things are gonna just be different on every person. But I did think that I had enough experience with perfumes to be able to put together a little bit of a cheat sheet for all you guys with the Dior perfumes that currently exist. And then at the end of this video, 3 perfumes which are discontinued from Dior, but are some of my favorites, and I do want to mention what they are and who I think should be tracking them down. So first we're going to go through the floral fragrances that Dior has, and in general, the way that these are broken down is floral, woody, and chypre, powdery, and vintage-inspired gourmand. So there's 4 different categories. How you really put a perfume into a category can be a little bit complicated sometimes, and to be honest, sometimes I don't agree with Dior about how they've done it, but I think these are decent in how they're broken down. So let's get started. Okay, so the first is Lucky. Lucky is one of my least favorite perfumes of all time. It's Lily of the Valley and White Florals. The reason I don't like this perfume is because it's Lily of the Valley, and I mean, that's all it is. And it is a very upbeat perfume. It's kind of the person who, the way I think of it when I smell it, it's like a graceful person, something simple, elegant, joyful. It's lilies. Lilies give me the worst headache in real life. The smell of lilies, like real flowers, I can be like, oh, that's beautiful. And then literally in a minute or two, I can't be in a room with lilies. So that's why I hate that fragrance. It's not that I dislike, you know, people who wear that fragrance or the identity of that fragrance, but I just can't. I can't handle it. So if you're looking for a lily fragrance, Lily of the Valley, Lucky is for you. Jasmine d'Ange. Jasmine d'Ange, as you can probably tell, has jasmine in it. I love jasmine, actually. It has apricot and honey. And this one is like a more romantic fragrance. It's for somebody who wants something nostalgic, sweet, almost like late summer. It has that feel like a late summer afternoon. Originally created sort of be the south of France, you know, being on a yacht somewhere, that kind of scent. It actually is very nice, and I do like it because it's a fruity honey jasmine, but it can be a little too floral for me. Sakura. Sakura is cherry blossom. And if you like a cherry blossom, the Sakura fragrance is actually a very delicate and poetic cherry blossom. I have the cherry blossom and I actually do like it very much, but it is not my favorite cherry blossom. My favorite cherry blossom is actually from Gourmand, which is, you know, whatever. But it is a very subtle fragrance. It is not a strong cherry blossom. It has some rose, but a very nuanced rose. It's not a heavy rose at all. So if you like a cherry blossom, but a light, subtle fragrance, the Sakura, I think you'll very much enjoy. Dior Amour. This is one of my favorites, and I feel like this one was discontinued, or maybe it was discontinued in large sizes, or maybe only in the US. It's been a little hard to sell with Dior with MFK going over there, but it is iris, jasmine, and musk. It is a stunning fragrance, and it's very soft. Like, it's very musky, romantic, and soft. It's like a embrace. It's like a soft, powdery, irisy embrace. It's one of my favorite fragrances, and I don't necessarily put it into a floral category. I put it into a powdery category, but I think that's because of the iris. Irises tend to be very soft and powdery in nature. So anything with iris in it, I automatically love, and in my mind, don't think of it as floral, which I know is silly because irises are obviously flowers. But if you're looking for a very powdery, very soft scent, you should try the Dior Amour. And if it is sold out and is discontinued in the US, I do know that it's still available overseas. Rose Kabuki. It is a powdery rose again. It is very playful. It has kind of like a theater smell. So it reminds me a little bit of Lipstick Jungle. I can't remember the name of it. It's the one that smells like eating a lipstick. That. Because it has this makeup smell to it. Kabuki, rose kabuki. So it has like a rosy, powdery, musky, makeup-y kind of smell. And I really like that scent. It's just a little bit too much rose for me, and it can give me a headache at different times. Holy Peony. Holy Peony is absolutely a floral, and it's a fruity floral. There are red fruits in it. It's a very joyful fragrance. It's a very upbeat fragrance. It's like very warm and natural. It kind of reminds me of somebody who'd be like a cheerleader. That's like Holy Peony. And it's very pretty. But I can't handle the floral nature of it. It's just too floral for me. But it's a lovely fragrance, and it has good lasting power. It's much stronger than, say, the Dior Amour or the Sakura in nature. Eden Rock, which is a relatively new fragrance. I don't like Eden Rock. Eden Rock is sea salt, citrus, and pine. To me, it's not good. My sister just grabbed Harper because he woke up and I wasn't there. So if you suddenly see a dog on my lap, you'll know why. It's sea salt. It smells like salt. And I can't get over that. I don't like it. And the pine. It's supposed to be like sun-soaked Mediterranean, but all I get is salty pine. So it just, again, it's nice. It's just, it's not for me. I think it's just not for me. If you like something that's green though, like a piney scent and maybe more like free-spirited kind of feel to it, check out Eden Rock, but it's not mine. Tay Cashmere, one of my favorites. This is a white tea and a musk, and it has white florals in it, but honestly, it's just a very subtle fragrance. It smells like tea, and it's serene. It's, something you want to wear to like relax. It's perfect for like, retreat, yoga. It's one of my favorite fragrances. I love it, but it's a very light, airy tea fragrance. And it's beautiful if you like that scent. Cologne Blanche, which has come out in like limited edition, smaller bottles. It's neroli, orange blossom, and musk. It is an elegant and timeless fragrance. It is somebody who likes classic refinement, somebody you see at the Dorchester in London. It is a traditional smelling because the orange blossom and the neroli, but it has this underlying musk scent, so it's a little bit more sexy, but it's a very refined fragrance, and it's actually beautiful. Now we get into the woody fragrances, and I don't always agree with how Dior says woody, but we'll get into that. There's Gris Dior, which is bergamot, rose, and oak moss. And this is a very popular fragrance, and it's very much a fragrance that men and women wear in equal parts. It's a sophisticated fragrance. I think it's really nice. The whole point is Dior has like an iconic gray shade, and it's like a timeless elegance to it because you've got rose and that bergamot orange citrus scent, and then the wood. I find it to be a little too masculine, actually, for me. And I don't usually put things in a masculine, feminine kind of grouping because I feel like anybody can wear any fragrance. But when I smell it, I think of that. Like, that's just what my mind goes to. So, and I think it smells too oak, too woody on me. Oud Isfahan. Oud Isfahan is oud, rose, and frankincense. If you like oud and you like rose, it's an opulent fragrance. It's deep. Oud is deep. Oud is strong. And the frankincense and the rose on top of it, it's something that's very rich and very deep. Rose and oud. And it's really, there's no other way to explain it. It's just a very rich, very deep, strong fragrance. Bois d'Argent. Bois meaning wood. Iris, incense, and amber. I really like this fragrance because, again, it has the iris and the incense, which has this like smoky quality, and I love amber. It is more subtle. It's very sophisticated, and I think it's a very refined, almost introspective kind of fragrance. And I really like it, but if you don't like a smoky, powdery scent, then you won't like it. It's a little bit similar to Bois Talisman, which we'll get to. Purple Oud. Purple Oud, oud, spices, and woods. It's very bold. It's very intense, and it has more of a deep, thick oud scent, and it's too much for me. Santal Noir. It is sandalwood, rose, and spices. It's a grounded scent. It's sandalwood. It's really sandalwood. And it reminds me of a classic, and I'm just using this as the, you know, the classic sense, masculine fragrance. It is really a nice fragrance. I've worn it. I think it smells good on me and I enjoy it, but it's not, it's a spicy cedarwood scent. Bois Talisman, which is one of the newest fragrances from Dior. Not the newest because the rose one has just come out that I don't know about yet, but once I know more about it and I get my nose on it, I'll let you guys know. It is cedarwood, vanilla, and spices. Can I just tell you, in the Bois Talisman, all I get is vanilla and sugar. That's all I get. And some smoke. That's okay. But I don't get any cedarwood in this at all. I don't smell the wood at all. And the name is Bois Talisman. So a wood talisman, but I don't get any wood. Just, no. And I have a huge bottle of it now, and that's just not what it smells like on me. It smells like burnt sugar, but not caramel, like burning sugar. So again, you know, it depends on your skin chemistry. It is a confident scent. It's a very, I think it's in some ways a younger scent though, because it is more sugary. It is not like, you know, an aldehyde. It's not a cedar. It's a newer scent because only in the last, you know, 30, 40 years have we really gotten into sugary scents. But I think it's a refined sugar. And I really, really enjoy it. In fact, the minute I tried it, I had to buy a big bottle. I was in love. But they put Bois Talisman under woody, and personally, I'd put it under Gourmand, but anyway. Okay, Amber Nuit. Amber Nuit is amber and Turkish rose. This is very floral, very rose, and then the amber that blends the warmth into it. It's a very sensual scent. If you like a deep Turkish rose, that's the one for you. Vanilla Diorama. It's a vanilla, orange, and rum. This tastes like dessert. It smells like dessert. It's a dessert. I love it, and I think it's a beautiful gourmand scent that basically you want to eat it, but some people have said they don't really get it. And personally, I think the orange and the rum in there makes it more interesting and more sophisticated, but also like fun and playful. But some people just, I don't know, it's maybe too complex for a vanilla fragrance, but I love it. Tobaccolor. Tobaccolor is tobacco, honey, and plum. This is a traditionally tobacco heavy scent. It is very bold and it is, I would say, adventurous in nature because it smells like tobacco. But it has this plummy honeyness. I love this scent. Love it. But I also have fond memories of my grandfather smoking a pipe as a young person. And I love the smell of like pipe or tobacco. I don't smoke and I don't want to smoke and I don't like being around cigarette smoke, but tobacco has fond memories for me. So maybe that's what it is, but it works well on my skin and I love, it's like a jammy tobacco. Rouge Trafalgar. This is red berries, grapefruit, and patchouli. I usually like patchouli and berries, but this one's a little too strong for me, actually. And I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's the patchouli, it's too much, but it's a vibrant fragrance, very energetic, but it's the red berries, like really juicy red berries and patchouli. And it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't work on me. I'm not really sure why, but it's not, you know, it's not my kind of scent. Spice Blend. Spice Blend is rum, spices, and woods. This is a very woody, spicy fragrance. And I thought I was going to love that one. And honestly, it was more of a classic, again, masculine scent to me. Like it didn't translate on my skin. It didn't work, really. Un Noir, which I love. It's lavender, licorice, and cedar. Mostly what I get from that one is lavender and licorice. Two things I love, by the way. Love lavender, and I love licorice, black licorice. So if you don't like those scents, you're not gonna like it. It's unconventional. It's an unconventional fragrance. It's more of a modern take on fragrance. And again, it has this licorice and then this lavender dry down. And that's one of my favorites. And that one just came I have it in a small bottle because it came out again in the smaller bottles, but that one's very me. But again, it's an unusual scent. And if you really hate the smell of licorice, I wouldn't get it. Even though it does dry down, I wouldn't get that one. All right, powdery and vintage inspired. So this one is, I believe, discontinued, and now they just have new look which I hate. But this is New Look 1947. And this is tuberose, iris, and vanilla. You'll sense a theme when I talk about iris and vanilla. And it is a nod to classic iris powdery scents. It's from the fashion debut in 1947 for Dior, and he had the New Look. So the New Look of 1947. They have renamed it, and it's a new fragrance now called New Look, which is not at all the same, and I don't like it all. So I'm not going to talk about that. Then there's, yeah, I don't like it. Dior Amour, which I talked about before, which is iris, jasmine, and musk, which also fits into the powdery and vintage grouping, if you want to put it there. And then the last is La Coile Noire, which is rose, spices, and woods. That one also comes in the smaller size, and it's a really pretty light rose, classic romantic fragrance, which I actually really like. It can be a little too much for me, but I do like it. About 1947, I would say, because these are three of my, I'm gonna talk about, these are three of my favorites. It's soft, it's a radiant floral, it has Irish ylang ylang, peony, and a white musk. It's a feminine fragrance, but it's a powerful fragrance. And I was coming up with like ways to describe like who would wear this. And to me, this is like Tilda Swinton in a Carolina Herrera blouse. Like that's, you know, a little edgy, a little different, but also feminine with like the Carolina Herrera flouncy bow type of thing, but modern with Tilda Swinton. Like that's what I get from this. It's a quietly confident fragrance, and it's one of my favorites. Mitza, which is very different. Mitza is very bold, very opulent. It has labdanum, cinnamon, honey, patchouli, and rose. This one is a daring fragrance. This is a strong fragrance. This is Joan Collins. This is Joan Collins in Dynasty. If you look it up, if you don't know what that is. This is somebody who wants to be overdressed at every event and wears a lot of leopard print. This is, but it's, I love this. I love this fragrance. This was one of Dior's, this was Dior's muse, and she was a very strong personality. And it, you know, it's what I hope to be when I'm older. And then Fève Delicious. Now, this is relatively new that it's been discontinued. There are other fragrances from Dior that I do want to buy that are discontinued. I just don't have them. I don't own them. And since I don't own them, I wasn't able to wear them for any long period of time. All the ones I've mentioned, I've worn. I've been able to wear them and write down these notes. It's taken me months to put this together. But like the New Look, the new fragrance, I don't have it. I've smelled it, but I don't own it. So I wasn't able to wear it to give you an idea. All the ones I'm talking about today, I've worn to give you this encapsulated view. There's Cuir Canage, which is an old leather fragrance from Dior, which I have smelled and I'm in love with, and I've been trying to track it down. If anyone knows how to get their hands on a bottle of Cuir Canage, let me know. But I don't own it, so I haven't been able to wear it in different, you know, wet and dry and hot and cold, and so I can't really give you a real analysis of what I think of it, but someday I hope to. This is Fève Delicious. I have 2 bottles of this. It is warm, it's rich, it's indulgent. It's tonka bean, caramel, vanilla, praline, benzoin, and it has a very powdery gourmand finish. This is sophisticated. This is like cashmere. This is an espresso with silk pajamas. You know, that's what this is. This is a modern day Ava Gardner. It's luxurious, it's strong, it's sensual, but it's luxury. And I absolutely love that fragrance. That's probably my favorite. Maybe Mitza. It's hard to tell. So those are all the Dior fragrances. And so hopefully that helps you decide which Dior fragrance you are. And this new rose fragrance that's going to come out very soon, or is already out, I will certainly try to get my nose on it and let you know what I think. So I'd love to know which fragrance is the one that you wear all the time, that you absolutely love, that's, you know, you, or is one that you're trying to track down, or one that you're very interested in. I'd love to hear all your thoughts. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon.